Hey guys, Cameron here with Emerson Property Management. Every week I bring you tools, tactics, strategies, lessons I've learned, things that help me build up a sizable rent portfolio in about 2 years, and now manage that portfolio. Today, guys, I want to talk about pools. Some parts of the country, in Texas, some properties have pools, some don't. Usually are working class neighborhoods, and some of those, B minus, C class do not have it, whereas your A class definitely do, or B plus have it. So if you have a pool, I have a couple properties with pools. We manage a couple properties with pools. By and large, we don't have them. But I wanted to share something with you guys that was extremely valuable to me, and I had to learn the hard way, is have the owner pay for the pool maintenance. Now, what do you mean? Well, when you lease the property out, you can say, hey, it's going to be $22,000 a month, and the owner, we need you guys to take care of the pool maintenance. Or, hey, it's going to be $22,000 or $2,300 a month, and the owner is going to take care of the pool maintenance. Or it's the tenant's responsibility. Whichever one you want, you can make that, you can say that in your listing. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you do not leave the maintenance up to the tenant. If you do, bill it back to them or take it into the lease. Say, hey, this lease is going to be, I think it would normally be $2,000, but let's do the pool maintenance. Pool maintenance is going to be about $200 a month. So let's do $2,200. And the tenants might be like, golly, $2,200. Hey, you're not having to pay to maintain the pool. I'm going to set up the weekly service to have somebody come out. You don't have to do that. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Or you listed it $2,000 a month, and then you put in the special provisions. I say special provisions. You put in the agent remarks on the listing, something about tenant is responsible for pool, reimbursing the owner for the pool maintenance. You do not leave it up to them to maintain. Any single time, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's changing air filters. I don't care if it's having the house cleaned. I don't care what it is. If there's not a standard set, it will fall to the lowest level allowed. Let me say that again. If you do not have a set standard for cleaning, for changing air filters, for anything that you do at the property and enforce that standard, the standard will fall to the lowest level allowed. And how are you supposed to enforce air filters, cleaning the pool, or whatever, when you only go to the property? If you're self-managed, you might never go to the property. You might go to the property once every 6 months. How are you supposed to enforce that? That's 6 months the tenant could be damaging the pool. Pool equipment, that's expensive equipment. Filters are very expensive. The piping's very expensive. The filters and the AC system. How are you guys enforcing that? You can't. You literally can't do it. So you, Mr. and Mrs. Owner, you take it upon yourself. Like Jocko Willink says in his book, Extreme Ownership. You take ownership of it. I'm going to pay for it. They can either reimburse me or take it into the lease price. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, make sure that you're paying. You are the one that's cutting the check. Now, Cameron, why do you say that? Well, I've had, like I said, several pools or tenants with pools, and we have gotten burned a few times, meaning that we go over there to do our semi-annual. The pool is not taken care of. We tell them in the pool and spa addendum, you can write it so that it says, here's the person the tenant will contact, and that it's the tenant's responsibility to set it up. Well, they set it up for a month, maybe 2 months, maybe not at all. Done. Fino. No mas. You go over there in 6 months, the pool's green, the skimmer basket's full of crap. It's and then you get pissed off because, oh my gosh, we got a pool here that's a $20,000-$30,000 pool and $10,000 worth of pool equipment that's getting damaged. Now you're going to charge the tenant for any of the damages, but again, I've mentioned this in subsequent videos or previous videos. Why or how do you think you're going to collect? Do you think that a tenant is going to pay $2,000 or $3,000 to fix a pool, to drain it and have it cleaned and pay the $1,000? Some of these tenants have the money, some of them do not. Sometimes it's an extreme fight. So you have to have a very robust lease. And I'm telling you, just to prevent your headaches, please, 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 you pay for the pool. You pay for the pool maintenance. Bill it back to the tenants however you want, in the lease or get reimbursed. But I can tell you from experience, one property I'm thinking about in particular, tenants were supposed to pay for it, didn't happen. We go over there, pool looks pretty nasty, green. Hey, what's going on? Oh, yeah, we'll get it. We'll set it up. Reached out to the pool company that we recommended, set it up for a month or two, stopped. Didn't do anything else since. So I want you guys, I think if you do have a pool, now some people don't like it for the liability reasons, don't like pools. Sometimes they're a must-have depending upon the rental neighborhood and your rent rate and whatnot. Especially if you're an accidental landlord, you moved out of the country or something and you want to lease your property, pools can be a great and very attractive thing. They do come with their risks and whatnot, but do factor that in. I'm seeing right now in 2022, costs around, $200 a month, got give or take, but that's about what it is to have a weekly service. So take that into your numbers, make sure you add that in and you pay for it. I hope this was helpful. If it was, guys, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know, and I'll see y'all next week.